sometimes when we play by ourselves, it makes us nervous, doesn't it? Yeah. So take a deep breath. Would you like to replay a spot?
Yeah, with the scale first.
Sure, that's fine. Why don't you go ahead and give that a try? Maybe now you won't be feeling quite so nervous, okay? Does that feel a little bit better that time? Yeah. Very often we just get nervous and we just need that second chance. So give me a moment to write and then we'll talk about it. Okay. So, this is a hard piece, isn't it? Right? This has quite a bit in it that's pretty challenging. You're doing a nice job with it, though. Okay, it's definitely got a lot of tricky skills in it. So your tone is very nice most of the time, right? But every once in a while, your bow either gets too close to the bridge, right? Or sometimes it's just too much pressure and not enough movement that we get those kind of crunchies, right? Or sometimes it goes a little crooked as you hit the E string and we get that kind of squeal sound. So what you want to think of is as you're practicing, drawing the sound out of the violin with your bow, rather than just heavy bow, right? Press hard, press hard. That works up to a point, but you're at the point ready to think about pulling that sound out, and that's going to help you avoid those kind of crunchies and squeakies. So your intonation was really good. You were really paying attention to where you're putting your fingers. I saw a very precise placement of them, like they're little machines, right? Like boom, 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 there you go. We still had a few issues, right? There were a couple spots where we just kind of got off a little bit. I was really impressed. Your low 4 in this one measure was fantastic. It was dead on, and that's not usually one of the easier ones. Most of the time, kids will use a high 3 here, and then use a 4, but your low 4 was so in tune, and the open A, it actually fit rather nicely, so good job. That's not an easy one, is it? It's kind of a weird interval to listen for. So that was a particularly nice spot. You have to watch your rhythm in measure 10. So in this spot right here, when you played it, you kind of hesitated through it because it's kind of awkward, right? It just doesn't feel quite right. So you have to count really carefully and just really listen to the way your teacher's playing it to know exactly what to do. And then when it happened again over here, we had some little hesitations on it. But you're really close with it. Do you know what grazioso means?
Gracious or something?
Almost gracefully, right? So this piece needs to be kind of graceful. It's a dance, right? A gavotte is a different type of dance, a really old-fashioned kind. So we need it to be lighter and more like a dance style. So maybe while you're playing, you could be thinking of, okay, this sounds like a dance. I need to make sure I can picture people dancing along with my music, like staying light on their feet, that kind of thing. I think that'll help you get rid of some of the heaviness that you're getting with your sound and just keep it nice and light. It also makes this make more sense when you hear like, oh, they're dancing, they're doing their little fancy footwork kind of thing. So you might consider slowing down just a little bit. And remember this piece is allegretto, which is a little slower than allegro, and that will give you the chance to make sure all of these notes in this spot are nice and clear, that we're getting them all to come out nice and evenly in that spot. When you're doing your crescendo and decrescendo, we need to make sure they're nice and even. It's not like instantly loud or instantly soft. It's gradual, right, like over time. So we want to make sure that we're going little by little, getting louder and softer. Sometimes you would go like super soft right away because you're thinking about it, but you did it too quickly. You want to make sure they're spread out. I'd like to hear your trills a little bit faster, right? Get that little finger moving a little bit faster. Be nice to hear those go a little bit faster. Just they're ornaments, right? They make it sound fancy, and as they go a little faster, they'll sound fancy, which is nice. So I think that's the rest of my comments I wanted to mention. Yep, you're well prepared. You clearly have worked really hard on this song and done a lot of practicing. So good job. It's so nice of you to come play for me today. I hope it was a good experience where you get to do a solo like this. And I hope to see you next year, maybe on an even harder song than this. That would be pretty awesome. So thank you, kiddo. And here's your music back. You are all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome.